Hello, I hope you're well. It is I, Lost Wolf. I am a little late today because after all the nonsense that's happened, um, and believe you me, it was good nonsense. There was a lot of cleaning up that I needed to do, and there's still a fair bit of cleaning up that I need to do. And I got some of that done, so it's been a day, let's put it that way. Right, so, we are gathered here today to play some, Ultima 4, and yesterday we extricated ourselves from a kind of awkward situation. We ended up, before I left, uh, in Abyss Island, on Abyss Island, I should say. And on Abyss Island, we had this issue where the game ate our boat, which was a bit awkward, and we had to go and either get a new boat, which we struggled to do, or we had to die on the island and go back to Castle Britannia. And from Castle Britannia, we just work our way outward again, and that was kind of what we settled on doing. So today, I want to start filling in some connections stuff that we've still got lingering. We don't have enough information to start putting some bits and pieces together that we really need to be able to do. But we can close some of our loose ends, and so I want to actually follow up on that today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to visit a shrine that we know about, and then we're going to start sorting through the stuff that we can do all in the same place, and just clearing that out piece by piece. And so that is the plan. I'm going to do some housekeeping, and then I'm going to open our conversation up so that we can talk, and then we're going to just play the game. So let me get that all done. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this and this, and again, you know what I should be doing. Actually, I should have our notes open, because Lord knows we do need those. Notes. There we go. Because we need to see the list of things that we're finishing off. Which one is this? Oh, it's connections and I think we've done what we need to do at the Lyceum. Yeah, I think we've done all we needed to do at the Lyceum, so I don't know why I've got this still open. Yeah, that should be closed. I don't know why it's still open. Connection start. Where's Lord Terrence? In fact, there's a lot of things in the spreadsheet that hasn't been closed off. Oh, okay, sure. Okay. Man. I really need to be a little bit more aware of what it is that we're doing in the connection spreadsheet. Okay. So let me get Ultima 4 up and going. Whoop, wrong scene. There we go. Whoop, you can't see the bottom of the screen. No, you can't. Okay, so we were here, and what we did over here was... Oh, I see an impending problem where we are at experience 9801, and I wonder if we're going to have a buffer underflow issue. The Lord knows, I hope we don't. Anyway, so we have got the Blackstone, which is the last thing that we got. We got a lot of runes, we just don't have all of them. So one of the things that we're going to be doing today is we're approaching this idea by looking at the spreadsheet here, and this is the connection at end. So what I want to do is I want to go to places where things all line up, like so for example, we've done everything that looks like we need to do end button here. There's another thing at castle button that we need to do. Oh, this is sure. This just tells us about the connections that you can make from different dungeons. Where's the next thing that we're going to be doing? Here. We need to go to Trinsic because at the top we can ask about the stone. I think that this is corrected in that this is the white stone and not the purple stone, but we'll see when we get there. So we need to find our way to Trinsic. Let me show you the game again. I don't think from where we're at there's a direct way to get to Trinsic. We are at... Yeah, there's just no good way to get from here today. So what I'm going to do... We're going to wait for the moon gate to show up again, and we're going to go to Castle Britain, because from Castle Britain I'm pretty sure we can go to Trinsic with very little problem. I mean, we could walk there if we wanted to. Okay, so not this one, this one. This takes us to Castle Britain. And then from Castle Britain, like, we can basically just walk down to Trinsic. It's really not that difficult to get there. As long as we just follow the edge of the terrain. There's pause. And there's all this muck over here. And then in theory, if we just go around this corner, this should be here. There should be a town here. This should be Trinsic. Right, okay. So in Trinsic at the tap. Yeah. So let's go find the tap very quickly. The tap should be here. And if we talk to this guy, 20, L, 20. We'd like to know about the stone. Okay. Yes. Yes. L, 20. White stone. Now let me see. So where's Trinsic? Trinsic. Trinsic. Barkeep. White stone. He says, now let me see. Yes. It was the old hermit. Sloven. He is tough to find. Lives near Loch Lake, I hear. Anything else? No, that should be good. Okay, so let's grab this. Let's add this to our connection spreadsheet. Connections start. Where's oh, and incidentally, this was the white stone, so that's actually pretty good because we got this somewhat closed off. Maybe I didn't actually include this. No, I didn't, because I can see right now that I didn't actually do this. So this is Mitre and Scarbray. And I think that I just casually forgot to add this either in, or I forgot to add it at the bottom. Scarbray. There we go. Scarbray. No, let's press it. There we go. Okay. So, barkeep. And then white stone. There we go. Okay, this is at the white stone. Or about the white stone. So now we need to add a line above here. That's Sloven. And he's at the Loch Lake somewhere. We don't know what. It's probably still white stone. Or just stone, presumably. We don't know what they're going to say. So let me just add this into connections and the tab. This is white stone. Barkeep. Let me go and grab this line from here. Okay, so we think that he is in Cove. Yeah, he is in Cove. Oh god, are you serious? Wow. Okay, well, let's get that done, I guess. Okay, so this is just north, back the way we came. So we left our balloon somewhere here. I believe it was as soon as we could land it. There we go, okay. So, let's board this. We want a west wind. Oh no. Man, I hate it so much. Board. Okay. Actually, where's... He was a hermit. He was living over here. Right? Yeah, even old hermit name. That's Sloven. Okay, so he knows about the white stone. Stone? Only the ghost of Isaac. Who haunts the inn at Scarberry? Haunts the inn at Scarberry. Can tell thee. He is about to ask us a question. Hast thou seen him? I don't believe so. No. Stay at the inn until he shows himself. Okay, so that is fine. So let's add this in. And we know that this now is code. And now we need to go to Scarabay. We need to talk to Isaac. And we need to do stone, and we don't know what they're going to say. Let's grab all of this and put it into our connection start. Sure. So we've added that there. We need to go to Scarabray where I don't think that we've met Isaac. We have not met Isaac, so we need to stay at the end. So, Isaac. Okay. Let's get out of here. Bye. Let's sleep. And we want to go east. Okay. One thing I want to do very quickly while I'm thinking about it. Where is... I want to check the map. Where's the land bridge that gets me to... it's over here. And then if I just go into here, let's rest there, because that seems fairly safe. Okay. Let's enter. Oh, okay, this is the Shrine of Compassion. Let me add that in. I guess let me show you what I'm doing. So we have found this over here. And I just want to add it in. Shape. Let's grab this color. And let's make the text as tiny as we can make it. And this is compassion. Yeah, that's a bit frustrating, but okay, sure. It is just what it is. Let's save. Let me show you the game. Okay, good to know. We got that. So we don't want to meditate here. No. Oh, not? Ah, that's okay. Okay. So I'm gonna sleep here. Do we want to go to Scarborough? Oh, hi. Actually want him in, yeah. Oh. I didn't mean to run away. I'm 100% just tanking my honor rating. Okay, so Scarborough. Scarabray is on an island. I guess the best thing to do is to get the boat. Oh my god. I want to say that I'm remembering this correctly and that Scarabray is actually on an island. I mean, realistically, we could just go to Scarabray. Yes, it is. Okay, we can just go to Scarabray by using the moon gates, because there is a moon gate super close to there, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to sail. It's the most direct way. That doesn't involve following up on what's going on around me. Oh, oh my god. How long is it gonna take to dispatch this orc? It's super orc. It might be easier if I just went south. Yeah, there we go. Oh no. Actually, this was a terrible life idea. Oh my god. Could you not? There we go. Diagonal shooting is just the bane of my existence. Okay, so if we go... Are we at? Oh, we're there. We're at 9,999. There is no overflow. It's just gonna stay that way now, forever. I believe. Need to go northward a bit. I don't know how far north though, that's the problem. Like maybe here is just good enough. I'm so terrified of the vortex. After all the nonsense we had in Ultima 3 with the vortex, I just don't want it to be there. It is the evilest. Okay, I don't know where we are. Let me figure it out. This is not Scarabray, I don't think. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it is, actually. Oh, yes it is. I can tell because the moon gate is there. Scarabray. Okay, so we are looking for the hermit. No, we're looking for Isaac. And Isaac, we got told, is in the inn, and we need to sleep in the inn. I guess the inn is down here. There's the inn. And so I guess Isaac will appear if we sleep here. Let's just save because this costs money. There we go. The inn. Funny, no response. Oh? Where's the innkeeper? Surely the innkeeper should be... No. Why? Job. Oh, they're a ranger. Good day, friend. May I interest in you? No. How do I sleep? Do I just... Hold on. Do I just open this up? Do we do H? Yeah, I can't hold up in camp here. Oh no. This guy's just parked me in now. Oh. I'm just blocked forever. H.E. Willard says ahoy ahoy. Hello. I hope you're doing well. This NPC's just trapped me now, and the only way to get rid of them is to kill them, and I don't really want to do that. No god. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. I guess we do just need to attack them. Sure. And then need to open this door, and we need to get out here. There are no guards here, but this is just, I'm sorry, that's actually like a massive comma hit. We'll just get out of there. Because that was not what I intended at all. I should not do that nonsense. H.E. Willard said, yeah, it's good to see you. Glad you escaped the innkeeper. Oh, is that the innkeeper? Are you serious? Because he won't talk to me. And I do want him to talk to me because I want to get to sleep here. Because that's the only way I see the ghost, apparently. And I need to speak to the ghost because the ghost... Well, maybe we go here and I try and sleep. No. No. Okay, well... That didn't bear any fruit at all. Maybe... Oh, wait. Sometimes I cannot with this game. We opened his little stall so I could go and talk to him, and when I was talking to him in his little stall, it's funny no response. You have to actually do it over the desk in order to get a response from him. Now, I've been in here before and didn't actually know that this guy was a person I could talk to. For reference, we've been playing this game for 60 hours. The innkeeper says, welcome to the inn of the spirits. I am Tyrone. Are you in need of lodging? Yes, I am. Sure. Unfortunately, I have but only a very small room with one bed. Worse yet, it is haunted. If you do wish to stay, it costs 5 GP. Take it, yes. H.E. Willard says, dang. I mean, it's just... Sometimes, so the game does train you to talk to people over counters. It's pretty good about that, actually. Because there's no, in the case of most of the shopkeepers, there's no other way of interacting with them. But this guy had a door attached to his shop. And so I thought for the longest time that he was just a person that you couldn't talk to. Not thinking about the way that this is structured, where it says the and an N. The counter for what he wants me to talk to him at is at the word N. And it never occurred to me for 60 hours. H.E. Willard says, haunted bed, sign me up too. Yes, take it. Very good, have a pleasant night. Oh, and don't mind the strange noises. It's only rats. Morning. Now, the the verbiage I got from the last person I talked to said you might have to do this a couple of times. So we're just going to keep on sleeping in the bed until Isaac shows up. H.C. Willis said that makes sense. It's confusing if it's not clear in some of these older games. Ew, I'll take ghosts over rats. Yeah, me too. Yes. Yes. So not gonna be surprised if it takes a couple of tries to get Isaac to show up. Yes. Yes. What I do worry about, though, is that we are now fully rested. I don't know if he's going to let me sleep now. Oh, no, Isaac. I'm willing to go down to 3,500 gold. So if we don't see him in a while, I'm not going to be too worried about it. Okay. There may also be something I need to do. So if at the point like the point where we get to 3,500 and we don't see him, we'll just look up what we need to do to spawn him. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm looking for a ghost, and I don't think... Yeah, I guess we just need to do this again. Yes, yes. Okay. I think we'll know it when we see it. It'll be fairly obvious. That was a fairly long rest there, and I was hoping that because it was quite a long rest, that he was going to show up. Okay, last rest, and then we'll just look this up. Because there's some funny thing going on here that we don't know about, I don't think. Maybe there's an item that we need. Maybe we just don't have it. Old games like this, as you said, are a little bit obtuse, and sometimes they don't always tell you all the steps that you need to take to get something done. Okay. I'm just looking at the internet to see if I can figure out what we need to do. Yeah, Slubbin just tells the stranger to seek out Isaac by staying at the inn until he appears. So I don't know how long. I think it rolls a dice behind our back, and we're just stuck until he shows up. Oh, yeah, it's just a thing that we have to do over and over again until he shows up. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Everyone so far just said stay there until you see him show up. So we might be here for a while. We might go through all my money like this. You would think that it was just like a 50-50 coin flip, but no, it's probably lower than that. What's going to be infinitely worse is I will probably miss him showing up by running back to, or maybe not. I think he'll just appear and he'll cause a problem because I won't be able to get past him. Yes, yes. But this seems excessive. Like, I don't think it should take, at this point, almost 100 of my gold to get him to spawn. Ah, there we go, okay. Cool. You meet a ghostly figure. So this is Isaac, at last. So, Isaac, tell me about your name. I am Isaac. Let me just do this. At your job. I haunt this inn, haunt. The quest is not complete. Okay. Art thou on a quest? We are on a quest, yes. Hope. Oh, I'm sorry. And that I can help you with. So if we ask him about the stone here, he should tell us what we need to do. The white stone sits upon the white stone sits atop the serpent's spine. The serpent's spine. It can only be reached by one who floats within the clouds. The thing about games like this, H.G. Willard says, I like this ghost, I like him too. The thing about the specific quest, but I mean the specific conversation that is mildly frustrating to me is that because this game is old and cranky, it doesn't give you any indication of whether or not you're doing the right thing by repeatedly sleeping an inn. We spent 100 gold, actually a little bit more than that, to get him to appear. Now, if you're paranoid about this specific game, you'd be thinking about all sorts of reasons why he wasn't showing up. Like maybe you don't have your honor up high enough or whatever. Maybe there's an avatar virtue that you're missing. Or maybe there's an item that you're missing, in fact. And you just don't know what it is that you're missing until you keep on repeatedly doing this. So this is somewhat bad design. I'm not going to ding it too hard. It's a game from 1985 or 6, depending on which version you're playing. And so they hadn't ironed out things like this in that era. But it is, in this day and age, frustrating to not get more feedback about what we're seeing here. Anyway, there's a lot here to ask about, so let's start with that. Oh, you know what we should do? We should actually ask him about the quest. Oh, he can't help me with that, really. The White Stone. We've asked him about the White Stone, so let's ask him about Serpent Shrine. Serpent's Spine. It can only be reached by one who floats in the clouds. Float clouds. Really? That's not really helpful at all, because that doesn't tell me anything. Actually, no, it does. I think what he's telling me is that I need to use the balloon for this to get to the top of the Serpent Shrine. And once I get there, hold on. We may actually have this. I don't want to dismiss this conversation, but I think we might have this. Yes, I think we do. W, I think, is the White Stone. And we got this by accident because we were looking in the area where there's, it's actually easier to show you than it is to tell you. Where's our map? So, if we look at this map, and we go, this is where Britannia is and Castle Britannia. There's an Ankh over here. And I think what they're essentially saying is you need to take the balloon floating in the clouds, getting into, because this whole range of mountains, is the Serpent Spine. And this is the only place that's not, like, readily accessible. You need to land in there, and I believe we've landed there, and I believe we've searched in here. So I think that we've got the White Stone. So I don't think we need to worry about that. I am going to, during the 10-minute break, check my work, because it could be that, H.C. Willis's accidental one, it could be that I'm wrong, and I do want to make sure that we have the White Stone, because I don't want to go chasing this down, only to find that we don't have it. That specific accidental one was real accidental, because I knew that we needed to talk to the Ankh. We've spoken to other Ankhs during the course of this game before, and one of the things that's become sort of principally apparent to me in this game is that whenever you reach a place that you can't necessarily go, you should probably search that place. So I stood in a spot right here, and it hit the search key, and we got the White Stone, I believe. I want to say that with some confidence, but I don't know. So, cool. Let me show you the game screen. Okay. Let's get out of here. Can I? I'm blocked. Oh, sure. Oh, I didn't know about this person here, I don't think. Let's go talk to them. No, I want to say that I do know about them because it's not the most difficult person to get to. That's Baron. I don't believe that we've talked to Baron. Yes, we have. H.E. Willard says it does make it clear you should go there too. Yes, it does. To be fair, the only way that I knew that you could go there is I try not to use the map too much as a method to circumvent the game's natural flow. But while we were down here and looking at this area, I discovered the balloon over here. And I was pretty sure that once I had the balloon, I could just make my way into here. And then I discovered how the balloon worked, and oh lord, I hate it so much. Okay. So I think that we're done with the white stone. As I say, during the 10-minute break, I'm going to check up on my work, make sure that that's correct, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, so let me just grab... Where's Scarborough? Isaac said stone. Okay. Let me grab this and put it into connections, and so we've got all that. So the next thing that I want to follow up on to follow up on is we may have to start thinking about going into dungeons, because the next thing that I can follow up on conveniently is Endostad. Yeah, okay. Because so far the things that we can do all sort of tie into stuff that happen in dungeons, like the Yellowstone is in a dungeon despise, and we know where the dungeon despise is, we just need to go into it. Monarch. Okay, so this I think we can actually follow up on. Because I think we need the sacrifice mantra, and I believe that we have that. So I'm going to go to Monarch, because it's the thing that we can knock off now. Actually, well, it says the balloon is no... Lol, the balloon is no good. No, the balloon is great. If I were on a slower machine. I'm on a fast machine, so the balloon is sheer torture. My understanding is that if you're on a slower machine, the balloon is more controllable, using the wind spell. But I'm using... It's not any fault of this game specifically, but I'm running it through GOG. And GOG has got it set up in a way where it's reasonable for things like food, but it is intolerable for things like the balloon. So here I'm gonna just find my way back to, because it should be easy enough to go left and just get us back to Castle Britannia, and that will reorient us, and from there I will kind of show off what I mean. We will save before I do it, because it will be the most frustrating thing. I'm gonna get us to Castle Britain, and then when I've got us to Castle Britain, I will save, and I'll do the 10-minute break very quickly. Itchy Willet, have you played Ultima 4? Because it sounds like you're at least a little bit familiar with this game. Oh, oh, hello. Because the conversation we're having about the balloon makes me think that you've possibly played it before. And your experience of the balloon was a little bit different than mine. Okay, so I'm gonna stand on this tile. I'm gonna be 10 minutes, and I'll be right back. Itchy Willet says, I see. Okay, so 10-minute break. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a little something to drink, and then when I come back, I'll show you the balloon, and I'll show you how torturous it is. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. So, HG Bullet wanted to see the torture that is the balloon, so let's just do that, right? I forgot to pause the game, so we've lost some food, but that's okay. So here is my friend the balloon. It might be, actually, let me start this explanation off by getting in the boat again, because it will become a little bit more clear. At the bottom you can see that there's wind west, and what that means is that the wind is blowing from left to right, right? And so if I try to sail into this, like at the moment it's a south wind, you can see, and you can probably hear that I'm repeatedly tapping the key for south, but I can't go south, right? Because the wind is forever fighting with you. And it's like one of the cardinal end bosses of this game. So, in the same sort of way, let's park the boat. In the same sort of way, oh, this guy's going to get away. Well, that's frustrating. In the same sort of way, once I get there, we have the balloon. Now, the balloon is a little bit different than the boat. I'm gonna kill these guys off very quickly. The balloon, I'm gonna save before we do this because this is like sheer and unadulterated torture. The boat at least lets you steer it. So when you're in the boat, you can hit the arrow keys and you can go in a direction. The balloon, and I'm gonna save again now that we're in the balloon. The balloon by turns is a little bit different because the way it works is the minute you're in the balloon and you're in the sky, because you're gonna raise yourself to floating height. When you're in the sky, you don't have direct control of the balloon. All you can do is let the wind buffet you wherever it wants to go. So at the moment you can see that the direction of the wind is east, and now it's north. What that means is I'm going to go in the opposite direction, but I don't have control unless I cast a wind spell over what's happening with the balloon. So if I can just go climb, which is the upward button, so I go up, I'm going south now. I have no control over this, I'm just going south, right? It's easy to kind of see what's going on here because we can see land masses, but now we're going east, well we're going south again because the wind is north. And so because you have no control over this, it is very easily, oh, I see a shrine that we haven't actually gotten, incidentally. Because it's impossible to control, this is the worst way to play the game, because there's just no way to direct it without using spell reagents. And so I hate it, we do this as little as possible. Dude, that sucks, it's terrible. So Ultima 4, for its time, has mostly sane and reasonable design. I'm not going to say all of it is perfect. It's too long a game, that's one of its cardinal sins. As I said, we've been playing it for 60 hours now. At the end of the session it will be 62. That's because I'm a first time player and I don't know what's going on. If I knew what was going on, we could probably cut this by maybe 40 hours, right? But I would have to kind of know what I was doing and have to know all the steps. And in this game, there are lots of steps to get from point A to point B with anything. That's its one big sin. The other big sin is that it incorporates a food mechanic. If I do this, and you look at the status line here, you can see that it says F0096, that's my dwindling supply of food. On the right we have my slowly amassing amount of gold there. Minus in food. But in this game, fortunately. I don't have a lot of companions. If I had all 8 of the companions, I expect this to go a lot faster. But right now, the food is going down very, very slowly because it's just me. And that's much better than some of the other Ultimas that we played. Because we played Ultimas 1, 2, and 3 before this. And those just pile through food like there's no tomorrow. At least this one's a little bit slower than the others. This is a minor sin. In some of the other Ultimas that we played, there have been gold exploits you can do where you can underflow the gold. This one's fixed that. There's only 8 levels you can get. You can see that I'm LV7. There's only really 8 levels that you can get. You will never max out the statistics for your character in this game. It just doesn't work that way. Those are all small, minor issues. The biggest two issues with this game is that there's too much of this game, and the balloon. And the balloon is something I'm going to remember until I die, because it is just the worst Ultima mechanic. So yeah, it's a little bit much. Okay, so I want to get us to Monarch. And Monarch is up in the mountains. In fact, should exit here. There's a very quick way to get to Monarch from here, but using the moon gates. I mean, I want to say that I'm remembering that correctly. I might not be remembering it correctly. Castle Britannia. Yes, there's a... Yeah. There, this is Monarch. So in Monarch, there is who we're looking for in Monarch. In Monarch, we're looking for Merida, because Merida has interesting information for us. We just need to find Merida. There we go. Oh, sorry, it's a he. I thought it was a she. You meet a wandering tinker. He says, I'm Merida. And when you say shrine, you get your interest shrine. But first, I need the mantra. Okay. Know you the mantra? Yes. Good. Are you serious? Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to tell him the mantra. That's what I need to tell him. I can't actually just get this out of him. I have to tell him the mantra. It just occurred to me now. The mantra for Monarch is Car. C-A-H. Really? Are you sure? Am I on the right one? I am. Huh? Did I get this correct? Hold on, let me just check my work again. Because I'm pretty sure that I got the correct mantra for... It could be... Oh, I've mixed them up. Haha! No, I didn't. No, I'm correct. It is car. That's C-H. Okay. Fine. Yes. No. The shrine is on a lake to the east. Oh. Is that it? Hold on. Am I doing this wrong? Wait a second. Let me just read my notes about this, because clearly I'm doing this incorrectly. Monarch Rider Shrine, but first need a mantra. No, need a mantra? We said no. Oh, I didn't take proper notes. That's exactly what happened. The shrine is on the lake to the east. Okay, so I don't think we have to tell him the sacrifice mantra at all. We just need to go to the... Now that we've got the mantra, we just need to go to the shrine. Okay, well that's fine. There's another guy in Monarch called Mike Ward who we need to talk to. Because I think that we have the rune for... Yeah, okay, so Mike Ward is somewhere in this mess by... And we need to talk to him. He is, I think, just a guy. By... And I think he's just floating around. Name... Mike Ward, yes, okay, name. Job. I am trying to get a room. Room? I have travelled clear from Scar Bay, Scar. The rune of our city is missing, so this is inexorably what he wants us to talk to him about. Know the of the rune. At this point, I believe that we do know of the rune. In our previous conversation with him, we said no. He said this is not in Scar Bay, we should come to him when we have the rune. That was my notes about this. So I'm going to say yes. You say yes. It is the key to the Shrine of Spirituality. He says... we asked about... Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm very dumb. I should just copy this line again. And then we need to say yes. And then he says a different line, which we didn't have before. Which is... It is a key. It is the key to the Shrine of Spirituality. Now we know this because we've been to the Shrine of Spirituality. So this is not news to us. So this is closed. We can actually close this off. Incidentally, one of the things that we also closed off, I went and looked this up. The white stone is done. Remember how we were talking about me falling over myself and finding the white stone by complete accident? Well, that's done. So we can just knock that off. I'm gonna clear that out of both of the connections spreadsheet. Let me find Mike Ward here. There we go, okay. Let me get Mike Ward. And then let's just copy this across. And I'm going to go back to Mike Ward's entry in Monarch, and I'm going to add in his yes reply. Because we don't actually have that yet. Where Mike Ward? There. Okay. So... that's done. What's the next thing that we want to work on? There's nothing... oh, there is... we need to talk to Azure, not because I think that we have the answer to what Azure wants, but because I'm going to try, unfortunately, every rune. There, okay. So if we talk to them about runes, they say, I carve runes for passage into the shrines. Dost thou seek a rune? And if we say yes, yeah, he says which. And I think that what we need to do is we need to discover that there's one rune that's not with us and a rune that we have. And at the moment, given our list of runes, we can probably work out which one we don't have. So we have the rune of compassion, we have the rune of humility, more honor, really, I should say. We have the rune of we don't have the rune of sacrifice. We have the rune of honesty, we have the rune of spirituality, we have the rune of honor, we have the rune of justice. The only runes that we don't have are valor. Let's ask about valor. And the only other rune that we don't have is sacrifice. Okay, ask my sister Mischief. So that's a thing that we didn't actually know before. Oh, this is in Monarch. This is in Azure. We said sacrifice. He said ask my sister Mischief. Is Mischief here? She is. And we didn't know what to ask Mischief before, so this is actually helpful. So let me grab this line here. And let me go and figure this out in the connection spreadsheet. Okay, so this is Monarch. We are talking to Azure. We asked about spirituality, I believe. No, sacrifice. And then they told us ask my sister Mischief. Okay, and then we do need to add this in here as well. We don't know what they're going to say. Let's grab this. Okay. So somewhere in this town there's a lady called Mischief. This is not Mischief. Those are just rooms. I don't think Mischief is in either. Not the Sue. Okay. That's mine. That's the one. Shentus. There we go, Mischief. Okay, so Mischief, previously when we spoke to Mischief, Mischief didn't have anything to say. We tried various things and we didn't get anywhere. So sacrifice. Rune. Oh, there we go, rune. We need to actually ask her about rune, not sacrifice. She says, the rune of sacrifice is hard to get. It lies within the fires of the forge. I think I know what she's talking about. So we visited a buddy who was making mystic armor and mystic weapons, and he's the only person that we're aware of that has a forge. And so I think that what it wants us to do is it wants us to walk on fire to get the rune of sacrifice, and that will be kind of like sacrificing, I think, but I'm not sure. She's about to ask us a question. Hast thou the rune? We do not. We're going to be honest and say that we don't, because it's true, we do not. Because we didn't know that that was there, so it's good that we do know now. So we're going to say no. Return when thou dost find it. Okay, so that's pretty helpful. This is Azure. So let's just add this in. And let's go back to the Monarch part of the spreadsheet. Monarch. And let's just add this in, because we did not know this before. So, there we go. Okay, so we know one guy who has a forge. I need to find who that is. Oh. Okay, so it's Zircon. Zircon is in Monarch. Okay, let's get out of here. We've got to go back to Monarch. Okay, so... Oh my god, we're in Monarch. The forge is here. Okay, we are going to save, because each step on the fires, we don't have a way of mitigating this. It's just going to happen to us. Every time we step on the flames of the forge, we're going to take, I think it's like 100 damage, and there's 6 or so of them. So if we step here, this just hurts. Search. Oh, and get out of there, please. This is Zircon. Zircon is currently being a bit of an idiot. I need him to come out of there because I need to go into the forge itself. Come on, Zircon. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh my god. Okay, sure. Search. Search. Oh, it's on the spot where Zircon is right now. There we go. You find the rune of sacrifice. Sure. Okay, so let's pause the game. This gives us the rune of sacrifice. And so now we're only missing the rune of valor. Okay. Let's get out of here. Oh no. Buddy, you have to get out of there. Okay, cool. I'm gonna sleep. We need to go and talk to Mischief again because we found the rune. Monarch. Where's... mischief. And I'm editing the spreadsheet a little bit so that I know that we need to add in this line after yes. Okay, so let's find mischief, rune, there we go, yes. Then ask Alcurian of the stone. I believe that Alcurian is in this area of the world. Oh, they're not. Really? Okay. Where's Mischief? Here. Right. So this is Monarch, it is Mischief. I grab all of that. Oh. There we go. So now we need to add one more line above this, and we need to find Alcurian. We're looking for the stone. We're not sure where Alcurian is, but we can see if we can find them. I'm pretty sure that we bumped into them somewhere because I remember talking to them. I just don't remember where. It wasn't in Monarch. So that's where we are right now. Didn't we bump into Alcurian yet? Weren't they on the right hand side? Over here? Name? Why? Weren't they just this is Daman? I'm right, yeah? This is Daman, yes. Slider. Didn't we meet? There we go, Korean. How do I not have them? What? They're just not here. Okay, well, cool. Tell me what your name. I am Alcurian. Tell me about your job. I am a peasant. I hear many things. This is the problem. I am sure that I started adding them into the spreadsheet, and then when we couldn't figure out what to ask them, I was just like, these people aren't helpful. I'll just take them back out of the spreadsheet. And so they lost their position in the spreadsheet. I am a peasant. I hear many things. Okay, so we need to ask them about the stone. They say, the stone is sacrifice. is orange in color. Now, one thing that we have been bad about is we haven't been figuring out what these colors are, because I have again a feeling that the colors are going to be intrinsic to solving the mystery of how. So at the very bottom of this game, there are the virtues, and the virtues then give way to the principles. And one of the things I think that's going to figure out how the diagram for that should work is we need to know the color combinations of the stones. Now, I haven't been tracking that. That's kind of bad. At some point, I'm going to have to read my notes and make a list of all the stones that we found and all the colors that they represent. Because I think that having the colors as part of the diagram for principles is going to be something that we're going to need for the end game. So, is orange in color and used in the altar rooms of love and courage. So this actually is very helpful, because one of the things that it's telling us, in essence, is that sacrifice makes up love and also courage. And when we were trying to map out some of the stuff when we're talking about the principles, I'd said that what would probably happen is that you'd have overlaps in the virtues with the principles. So we need to actually, before I move out of this conversation with this person, we need to go to the city list, and for love and courage, we actually knew, incidentally, that Monarch, which is sacrifice, was part of courage, because we got that list from someone else. So we know now that for love, we've got Monarch, sacrifice. And that makes this diagram that we're going to construct a little bit later much easier, because we now know this. Okay. So let's just follow up on some of this. He says the stone of sacrifice. Orange. Altar. Rooms. Love. Okay, sure. That's pretty helpful. And that then wipes that off of our list. It doesn't tell us where the stone is, though. It doesn't tell us where it is. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Alkirian didn't tell us where the stone was. He told us what it was used for. So we're still at an impasse as to where the stone of sacrifice is. Okay, that's fine. Let me just add this in. Alkirian is actually in Monarch. And when we asked him about the stone, we got stone of sacrifice is orange in color. Okay, let me just pull this in connections and so we can't actually close that out because we don't know where that is. Okay, so now one of the things that's starting to happen in the spreadsheet is we are starting to need stones of different colors to get more answers than what we have. So I'm starting to think that one of the very next streams that we need to consider doing, not today obviously, but a stream that we're going to have to pursue is we're going to have to go dungeon delving, because we need to start getting to the bottom of some of the dungeons. We need to start getting the stones that are at the bottom of the dungeons, I believe. Okay, so we need to go to the Shrine of Honesty, the Shrine of Compassion, and the Shrine of Valor, and we need to meditate at each. And I don't know if we can do that yet. We know where... Let me just grab my map. There's a shrine that I saw as we were in the balloon that I don't believe that we have. There's compassion. There's justice. Let me show you what I'm looking at, because that will make a little more sense. So I'm looking at our folded map. There's the Shrine of Sacrifice. Which ones do we need? Honor, Compassion, and Valor. There's Honesty. This is Humility. Now I believe that in the Cook of... Oh, there we go. This is a shrine that we don't actually have. This was the one I was seeing as we were flying over it with the balloon. Let's go get that quickly, because that will help. So let me return us to the gate. Hold on. Oh, Valor is down there. Let me get us back into the game very quickly. And then let me take us to that spot. Fire. Okay. We are super very far away, because we took a moon gate to get here. And I don't think that there's a direct moon gate out of here without some finagling. I mean, maybe it's just... Well, let me see. From Monarch. Oh, Trinsic is very much the closest place that we can get to that leads to the spot that I'm trying to go. So we'll just wait for this moon gate. Because it's not super far away from Trinsic. We got a lot done today. It was actually pretty productive. It doesn't feel that way, because we're just inching towards... Oh my god, we nearly missed our train there. It doesn't feel that way, because, quite frankly, there's a lot of nonsense between us and what we're trying to do. This is the... Yes, this is the spot that we don't have, so I'm gonna save, because we will probably get poisoned. You enter the air, this is the Shrine of Honor. Actually, we do need to be here, so this is perfect. Let me just mark this on the map. So, I am looking at the map. And I think that if I'm not mistaken, we had... Oh, no. Let's go get this. I thought that it stored... Because that was text that we got off of my equivalent of Excel. I thought that it stored that as different paste data. and we would get a different thing for images and a different thing for text. But no, they're all just one big chunk in one Windows, I guess. So there we go. Let me grab this color. And we want this to be on a... Oh no. Or Hono, I guess. There we go. Okay. Let me show you the game. I'm gonna attempt to meditate. So far, whenever we've meditated, it's told us you can't. So I'm gonna try and meditate, and we'll see where we land. We want to meditate on honor. We want to meditate for 3 cycles. Oh, it's actually doing a meditation. I'm very surprised. We haven't been able to do this before, so it's always been very, very wonky about what it wants. So the mantra for honor is sum. Okay, SUMM. Thou hast achieved partial avatarhood in the virtue of honor. Thou art granted a vision. I don't know what this vision means. That's part of the problem. So, cool, I guess. This doesn't necessarily help where I need to get going. Like, I think that what's going on here is this exclamation point or this... that might be a window though, so sure. Okay, thou granted a vision. Cool. That doesn't actually strictly help with what I need to get done here. Oh, I read honesty and I thought honor and I was like, sure, this is the right place. Oh no. Okay, so we actually need the Shrine of Honesty, which I don't know that we have. I'm just checking to see... if... I want to say that I'm missing honesty. No, I'm not. I know what honesty is. Okay, cool. So, tomorrow, here is the plan. We're essentially at the end of the stream. I want to save. My plan is that we're going to get ourselves out of here. This is just running back northward, right? It's not really that difficult to do. We'll actually sleep here, because that will give us some HP. And what we'll do is we'll go up to the Shrine of Honesty, and we'll meditate there and see what there is to see. And in fact, we'll follow up on all of these, because we got to do compassion, which we know where that is, and valor, which we know where that is. So we'll go and meditate at all three, and we'll see if we can get something out of this, because Abyss is trying to tell us how to get into the Abyss using a souped up vessel, which we don't have. But yeah, so that is the first thing that we'll do tomorrow, so seems pretty good. Alright, let me get us out of here. As I say, I know it doesn't feel super productive. All we were doing was knocking off connections on the spreadsheet, but we got a fair number of stones and runes, and we got some information that we didn't have before. So today was surprisingly productive. Tomorrow I hope to be with you earlier than I was today, and we'll pick up from where we left off. I've mentioned this before, I like this game a lot. I think that it's too much game, but I think that if someone had made a more concise version of this, it would probably be like a close to 10 out of 10 for me. As it stands, the more I play it, the more it's a meditation. The more I play it as a meditation, the more I think that it's going to score super high on the whole list of every game I've ever played, because it's just very peaceful, right? There's something very... I've mentioned this before too. I think of Ultima 4 as kind of like an Ultima hug before Ultima goes off the deep end and gets all mean-spirited. So, I really like this. I have reservations about how long it is, but I think that for the era and them not knowing what they were doing, this was the only way they could make this game. So there you go. As I say, see you tomorrow. Won't be quite as late. I'm gonna go get some dinner. I'm gonna fall into bed. Please have a wonderful evening. I shall see you all soon. Good night for now, folks. Everybody gave us a say last walk. I just walked in. Let's try it again. I just walked in the door. I went to Manhattan for lunch. Just needed some fresh air and a small change of scenery for a few hours. That's fair. Oh, I spotted someone who's trying to sell us viewers. They're evil and they need to go. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed Manhattan, and I hope you had a good time. Everybody Gamer says it was nice. Have a good evening and enjoy your meal. Thank you, you too. And you probably ate because you had lunch, but when you do have dinner again, enjoy that too. Alright, I really am gone now. Goodbye. Please have a wonderful evening, folks, and stay safe.